This is Trucker Wayne
with Driver Solutions.
This is Trucker Wayne with Driver Solutions. How's everybody today? Hopefully great. So I wanted to talk a little bit about today about managing your anger out on the road. So today I had quite the day, heading from near Kansas City, going to St. Louis, or past St. Louis, and it was a pretty tough day as far as driving goes, man. A lot of weird things happening out on the road. I'm going to talk about two separate four-wheelers. Both of them older, look like they're in their late 70s, early 80s, and also some trucks that's doing some, and packs doing some pretty crazy things. But you know, they teach you a lot in school when you're at when you get your stuff done with Driver Solutions, and they send you to a school, maybe a C1 school. They teach you how to back up. They teach you a whole lot of things. Teach you how to do the manual, 3 intense week, maybe 4. I don't remember talking about managing your anger. We're all human. Today proved it for me. There's no perfect truck driver out there, man. We're all human. But the thing that separates the good drivers from the bad drivers is how do you manage it when you feel your stress levels going through the roof. I wanted to talk about the two drivers. Both of them did look elderly, a man and a woman. And I can say that one of them, or both of them actually, were going between 45 miles an hour and about 60, endangering their life, endangering all of ours. You know, I'm not here to say whether or not they should give their license up, but hey, you know, when they're doing stuff like that, I always think that could be my mother, that could be my father, but not my father anymore. I got to give props to my dad. He voluntarily, in his 80s recently, just voluntarily gave up his license because he felt his skills were diminishing. You know how hard that is, to give up that type of freedom and to voluntarily do it. Not enough people do. I have a lot of respect for my dad for doing that. It's hard. But those people out there on the highways today, the 2 4-wheelers, it was tough. And so how do you manage it? Because it was affecting me. It was getting me a little bit angry. It seems like sometimes there are certain cars that you interact with and you cannot get away from them. For me personally, twice I just got off at the nearest rest area. I was luckily close, 5-6 miles into it. I got off on the rest area just to let them go, let them do their thing, let them affect somebody else. I don't want them affecting me. Just walk around the truck 5, 10, 15 minutes, make sure they are long gone. And then I head back out. That's my way of saying, okay, I've had enough. I do not want it to affect what I do in the truck. Like I said, we're all human, and some of the things they do when you're going 45 and it's 70, I'm governed at 68, and if you're not paying attention, you come up on them, right? And I've never been in an accident on the road, so I see what's going on, and it's just like, what are you doing out here? And then you pass them, and then they get all weird and try to pass you again, and then slow down to 45 again. We've all been there. So it's just something where when you're new in this industry, you got to learn how to manage the stress, manage the anger out here, because it'll chew you up and spit you out, man. It really will. But let's talk a little bit too about once you start to drive and you start interacting here. I've always said, if you're crazy, you'll eventually start driving crazy. If you're mad and angry, you're going to start driving angry. This is what this truck does, because you live in there, right? But you got to be able to learn to tamper it down some, to be able to figure out when it really starts to get your level and stress level goes up like it was today with me. Is just, you got to get yourself out of the situation. Now, if I was in a hurry, that's what happens a lot of times, is even if I am in a hurry, you'll be if you're getting in an accident with someone, you're gonna be sitting there and waiting anyways, and something bad really might happen. Maybe someone dies or something. So I just pull off on the rest area, let them go, let them affect someone else, and I just sit there and get myself unstressed, walk around the truck and do whatever, and get back in, and boom, it's back to normal again. So how do you manage your stress in the truck? It's huge. I don't remember them talking about managing your stress out there when I was in school. Maybe they are now, but hey, come back to this video if you're ever wondering. I think it's super important. How do you manage your anger in the truck? This is Trucker Wayne with Driver Solutions, with a positive path to trucking success. If you want to get your CDL and become a truck driver just like me, you can go to www.truckerwayne.com. It'll filter you through the Driver Solutions website for an easy online application. You can then be on your way to become a truck driver, just like me, the Trucker Wayne, and I'm out.